So in tribute, Michael Lafosse and Richard Alexander created this wonderful plane from a square sheet of paper. However, we will be using a 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper for my tutorial. I have devised a special lock mechanism for the bottom half of the plane. The top half was Michael G. Lafosse's Lafosse lock, and I just added an extra locking using the extra piece of the square for the other lock. Anyway, let's begin. We start by making that square, hence the square shape of the Lafosse version of this model. So we're just making a crease starting from this corner here and lining up the raw edge and making what looks like we're setting up a water bomb base, but we're not. We're taking this corner now, making it go down there, lining up this raw edge with the side raw edge. Okay, so we're interested in this point here. We want it to be perfect. And then we bring this guy into alignment with the raw edge underneath it. Okay. Most times it would be better to crease from this part here outwards. So now we have this here. This is going to be the inside of the plane. We're going to fold now this way and lining up the long rectangle. Okay. After that, we're going to take our attention to this corner of the plane where this mountain crease reaches that corner, and we're going to fold from these raw edges and line it up with this crease here. And we want to be precise with our creases, so I'm going to pinch at the tip here and then pull this paper this way like that to make sure I'm making a good crease, and I am. Like that. Okay, now that we did that, we unfold that, and we're going to unfold this too. Notice that this is a valley crease and this is a mountain crease. We need both of these guys to be valley, so I'm going to take this crease here and reverse it by pushing it in the opposite direction all the way to the tip, and it should look like that. So when we're closing this guy up, this guy can actually fold in like this. Okay. That's what we want. We want this to become the elevator flaps at the end of the model. So now that we've done that, I'm going to actually fold in on this guy like that, and I'm going to flip it over. And then I'm going to pull back from this corner here to this corner here. This is the triangle which creates the square that we need. So I'm just going to land this crease on the raw edge underneath it, just to get that nice square shape that the SHIG plane uses. Okay, so now we have that. We unfold this. Now we have a square, and this is the square that I'm going to use to create another crease here. So we're going to take the raw edge on the side. We're lining it up. I'm sorry, I lied. We're taking the folded edge on the bottom, and we're lining it up with this valley crease going to this corner. So here we go. Here, and I'm going to actually let this paper pop out. And then I'm just only going to pinch crease on the center line here, because I need to make a crease on the paper that's right there. So here's the middle line, and here's the line I just crossed over. At that point in the middle is the point that I need to observe. Okay, so if you can't see that, that point right there, we're actually going to fold up from that point this way. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on the ground, unfold. Actually, I don't need to unfold it. I'm just going to crease from here up. Pinch crease there. Let this paper flap out. And then finish the crease. And the crease we're making is underneath this flap. So I'm going to rotate it this way so you can see it better. And I'm going to crease on it. Okay, so that's what we needed to do. Then I'm going to roll up on this folded edge like that. And then I'm going to crease again, like so. Then I'm going to unfold everything we did, and you'll notice that there are 3 creases here. There's a mounting crease here, a valley crease here, and another valley crease here. I want you to pay attention to that middle crease that we made, which makes that square shape. We're just going to reverse that this way, like this, and we're going to fold up on the top crease, like that. And so on this side of the paper, we have a folded edge, and on this side, we have a raw edge. Okay? So we're going to rotate it 90 degrees this way, and then we're going to fold up on here. Okay? This is a smaller rectangle, and we're going to use this too. This is going to end up being our the bottom lock for the wings. So we're going to just take this folded edge and line it up with the bottom folded edge, like so. Crease. Unfold that, and you're going to see there's a line here, a line here, and a line here. Refold on that. Rotate it upside down. And you're going to, when I unfold, I'm going to show you that there's a line here, right there. And this is the crease we made in the beginning. Okay, and there's another one here, and we're going to make one more when we do this. So I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to fold this raw edge, this short raw edge, to this crease that's closest to the raw edge in the back. So here we go. Folding this over there. And this is going to create a stabilizing wing flap that we're going to use. So I'm going to bring it closer to the camera so you can see it. Okay. So here's that furthest line I drew. That is one of the creases. And we're going to open it up, and we're going to see that there are actually more creases over here. We created this crease here, this crease here, and there's a crease right here too. So this furthest crease on the left is of most significance. So it's what we're going to be looking at. Okay, so putting it back down on the table, I'm going to start my crease from this furthest crease, and I'm going to start the crease from here, and I'm going to pull this raw edge up like that. I'm going to pull this guy this way so it's nice and taut, and I'm landing this corner on this main crease that goes from here all the way to here. So I'm just landing this corner on that crease, somewhere on that crease, and it decides where it is. I decide where it is by pulling this tight to this point. And the reason I'm doing this is because I intend to tuck this corner. I'm gonna curl this corner down, and I'm gonna tuck it inside this thing. So this guy is gonna go in here. So I'm just gonna close it up, and you can see it, I'm sticking him inside there like that. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other side, but first I'm going to restore the stabilizing wing flap, as you can see. Okay, flipping it over. I'm going to fold this folded edge to the bottom like the other side, and this is, I guess, is self-explanatory, so I'll stop talking now. Alright, so now that that's done, we're going to make the Lafosse lock. And so the Lafosse lock is created from this folded edge here. This folded edge is going to end up on the leading folded edge. And this part of the folded edge is going to end up on this side of the folded edge. But since it's a lock, this is not going to stay closed or open. I'm not going to say open. While we're folding it, this is going to want to fold forward too, and that's fine. So there, we're just pinching all the way to this point here, and same on this side. You want to try and line it up on the line. I like to line it up so that this little corner thing is sticking out above this folded edge here, because when I'm bending this from here, I'm going to bend the wing downwards like this, landing this part. If you can see it, this part right there is going to land on the bottom, and that's how I decide the wing angle. Mr Lafosse says that you can practice with different wing angles, but this is the basic one that works. So here we go, folding it over, landing this tip on the folded edge on the bottom, and that decides the wing angle. Okay. He flips it over and folds it, but you know, I like to just actually disengage the lock and then copy the wing on the other side. I find that a bit easier to do. I guess he doesn't want to teach you in a complicated manner. He's a very smart man. Okay, fold on here like that, and then we're gonna restore our wing lock, our Lafosse lock. Okay, so notice that this holds the top of the plane together, and my lock on the bottom holds the bottom of the plane together. We're gonna open up the stabilizing wing flaps, and Mr Lafosse says the key to this plane's ability to fly is actually in these elevator flaps at the back. So when more of elevator means the plane's going to have more lift, and you can actually back off on that if you feel there's too much lift. So you can control that's the control surface of the plane. These stabilizing wing flaps are good facing straight down. And this is the SHIG Pro, and it's a wonderful plane. It flies very well. I just had to make a video of this, so I hope you enjoy flying this plane, and goodbye.